Buenas, espero que ustedes estén bien. Hoy vamos a hablar de los comparativos en español. Today we are going to be talking about comparatives in Spanish. Now, what are comparatives? These are words that are used to make comparisons between two entities. In essence, we are saying that one entity has more or less of a particular quality than the other. Okay? We are looking at inequality comparisons, right? So we're looking at more than and less than. We're not looking at equality comparisons. And to do that, we would use tan and tanto. But I'm going to leave a link in the description to the video on equality comparisons, which would be tan and tanto, right? Now let's look at the structure. If we want to say that one entity possesses more of a particular quality than the other, we use más que, right? But this is the structure we use. The first entity, the verb, más, adjective, adverb, noun, que, and then the second entity. When I say quality, quality does not only refer to an adjective, it could also refer to adverbs and nouns, all right? So let's look at an adjective first. Susana es más alta que Mariana. So Susana is taller than Mariana. Now you see we use más before the adjective alta. And why have we utilized alta? Because if we use an adjective, our adjectives must agree with the noun it describes in terms of gender and number. So because Susana is singular and feminine, we have alta. Que Mariana. So if we use an adjective or a comparative adjective, it must agree with the noun, and by the noun, the first noun, the subject. It must agree with that noun in terms of gender and number, right? What if we have an adverb? Messi corre más rápido que Ronaldo. Messi runs faster than Ronaldo. All right? So we have más, and then we have rápido. No, rápido is an adverb. Even though it ends in O, you may think that it has to agree with the subject. No. We'll see this later on, but when it's an adverb, the form stays the same. Usually it's in the, well, I don't want to say masculine, but it would end in O, which would also happen to be the singular masculine adjective equivalent. But because we're not talking about adjectives, we just say that the form remains. It does not change to agree with any person, okay? So we have más rápido. That is an adverb indicating faster, right? So this is an example of an adverb. What if we have a noun? Tengo más dinero que tú. I have more money than you. So as you see, if we want to compare two entities, and we want to say that one has a greater amount of that quality than the other, we simply use más que, right? Más followed by an adjective, adverb, or noun, and then que, the second entity, right? But if we use an adjective, always remember that that adjective must agree with the noun in terms of gender and number. And if we use an adverb, it does not agree with anyone. It remains the same, even if you have a plural subject, okay? And of course, nouns, there's nothing more than that, right? There's nothing to, at least grammatically, to comment about nouns, right? Now, conversely, if we want to compare make a comparison and we want to say that one entity has less of a quality than the other, we use menos que. Okay? So we have the structure, noun 1, verb menos, adjective, adverb, noun que, noun 2. So it will be the same as this in terms of the order, but más menos would go where más is, and the que would be the same, right? Este coche es menos costoso que el tuyo. This car is less expensive than yours. Once again, because we're talking about an adjective, we have to utilize the singular masculine because este coche is masculine and singular, okay? So it has to agree with that noun. Este coche es menos costoso que el tuyo. Muy bien. And if we go over here, tus alumnos siempre completan la tarea menos rápido que los míos. Your students always complete the task less quickly than mine. It sounds a little awkward, but for the sake of the example, if we were talking or speaking, we would say, your students always complete the task slower than mine, you know, just for the sake of sounding, let me go this side, for the sake of sounding less awkward, right? But we can still say less quickly, okay? Now, once again, this is an example of an adverb. Now you see, rápido, and we have alumnos. So this is not an adjective, so it does not agree with the subject. This remains the same regardless of the subject, okay? All right. And I didn't write an example utilizing a noun, but I'll create one now. So let's use this one. Tengo menos, no, let me use a different noun. Tengo menos libros que tú. I have less books than you. So menos libros is our noun, all right? Muy bien. Seguimos. Now let's go to the irregulars, because when it comes to the Spanish grammar, there are many irregularities, okay? So let's look at them right now. Mejor. Mejor is better, right? So we don't say más bueno or más bien. We say mejor. Therefore, ella nada mejor que su mamá. She swims better than her mother. We wouldn't say ella nada más bien, or no, that does not exist. Better, mejor, all right? Peor, worse. We do not say más mal or más malo, no. Las chicas cantan peor que yo. The girls sing worse than I do. Yep. So that's irregular, of course. Peor. Mayor. That refers to age, not size, age. So, soy mayor que tú. I am older than you. We can also say más viejo, but that is not very common. It's more common to say mayor. But if you say más viejo, it's not wrong. All right? And similarly, menor, younger. Tú eres menor que yo. You are younger than I am. So, just like mayor, we can also say más joven, but once again, that is not as common. It's more common to say menor, okay? So these are the irregular comparatives in Spanish, and as you see, same structure. They go before the wait, what am I talking about? Right, no. Because these are irregular, these do not go before any adjectives or whatnot. Like in the traditional comparatives, we have mass adjective or adverb or noun que, but we just have that word que and then the second entity in the comparison. So in that sense, they're also irregular. Right? So remember these. These are the irregular comparatives in Spanish. Bueno, eso es todo por hoy. Espero que ustedes hayan disfrutado de esta lección y que hayan aprendido mucho. Siempre es un placer para mí. Muchas gracias y hasta luego.